made in Africa, but too global for one lane. You don't pick a lane, you build a brand where lanes come to. And the clearest proof of that is a guy born in South Africa in a law that shouldn't exist, Trevor Noah. That guy, when I see him or when I hear him, he reminds me of so much of what it means to be an Afro Nouveau. I think he came to the States in 2012 or 2013, if I'm not mistaken. So I came in the States in 2013. When I was going through my cultural shock, I did see one of his shows or one of his stand-up, and he was talking about his cultural shock. I could connect with him on that level. I think that was my first baptism to Trevor Noah, even though he's from Africa. But it's crazy how we Africans have to come to the United States to get to see more fellow Africans, right? It's crazy. Here in the States was where I made my first South African friend, made my first Senegalese friend, my first Ghanaian friend, made my first Moroccan friend. Most of my African friends, I met them here in the US, which is insane to me. But before I digress, I actually did digress. But let me take it back. Trevor Noah is someone who is sort of an epitome of what a true Afro Nouveau is. I see him and I see a lot of friends that I have and a lot of people that I admire. And also one of the Grammys I had attended, he actually was the host. And it was amazing to think that this guy came from Africa. That's the power. That's the drill. Trevor Noah is one of many people, many persons that exist or that could exist from back home. So we come here, there's so much expectation. And when I mean expectation, not an inspiring one, the expectation from you is to be lesser than what you truly are, because they have a preconceived notion, a stereotype of what an Afro Nouveau is, right? And when you come here, you're supposed to live up to that expectation. What I mean, actually live down to that expectation, not living up to the expectation. And Trevor Noah is an epitome of what it means to not stick to a lane, what it means to not be a one laner, what it means to be a multi hyphenate, especially as an Afro Nouveau. Because again, when we come here, there's so much stereotype. They expect you to sound a type of way, act a type of way, eat a type of way, talk a type of way, date a kind of way, dress a type of way, and it's not the prettiest of expectation. If you live back home, you can live anywhere in the world. You're exposed to so many cultures, so many adversities, and so many motivations as well, and so many things to aspire to. An average African speaks two, three, four languages, easy, right? But again, that is a testament, like AI will say, that's a testament to who we are as a people. So when we come here and they want to bury you to make you stick to one lane, reading we don't come here on Count Bridge, right? We are here to do it right. We're gonna do it right. We are not choosing one lane. Like for instance, I go to events and people say, "Hey, can I meet you? What do you do?" Sometimes I scratch my head. I'm like, what am I going to tell them now? Because I'm in the fintech space, right? I'm in the cybersecurity space. I'm in the music business. I'm in the media business. I'm also a youth development person from back in Nigeria with the UNICEF's, the UNFPA's, the Nigerian Youth AIDS Program, Society for Family Health, partnered with Medicine Sans Frontier, Doctors Without Borders, Lagos State AIDS Control Agency, did stuff with CLC Convention on the Rights of the Child. I worked in a marketing agency, direct marketing, right? So where do I really start? That's what it means to be an African. You got to survive. So you do a lot of things, but when you come here, you're expected to pick a lane and stick with it. You're not doing that. 2026, I refuse on my behalf and on your behalf. So in 1984, Trevor Noah was born in a system that should not exist. He took his first breath in a society, in an ecosystem that wasn't favorable at all. But fast forward 2026, he's a multi-hyphenate. He's a comedian. He's a fantastic host. He's an author. He's a mentor to a lot of people. He's a businessman. He's many things, and he's succeeding and excelling in all these frontiers. I could call a slew of people who are doing this, the epitome of what an Afro Nouveau is. There's Chimanda, there's Lupita, there's Bozoma. Shout out to Bozoma. We actually spotlighted her for our Afro Nouveau 100. She gave us a shout out, and that's inspiring. So the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of us that are multi-hyphenate, and we are not to stick to a lane. Trevor Noah, he is one of that example. And I see and I know there are a lot of people like that here in the States and even back home. And we're in rooms, we're having conversations, and you're enthralled at the kinds of things that some of us can do but are not doing. We should start banking on these things because it compounds and you never know where your next big break will come. For Trevor Noah, 7 years he spent hosting the Emmy Award winning Daily Show. 7 years. I know when he wanted to start, there was a backlash. Oh, he's black. Oh, he's from Africa. He can. And he took that thing and ran with it. And shout out to John Stewart, who also told him, don't try to be me, make it yours and do your thing. And he did. He brought his flavor. We got flavors. And the amount of flavors that we have, it's insane. And we are trying to keep that flavor to cater to Silicon or Hollywood or whatever. No, you can build a brand and the lanes will come to you. You build your brand and the lane will come to you. We could say that in Afrobeat. We can say that in our fashion. We could say that with Jollof, right? Actually, Jollof should be the eighth wonder of the world. Trevor Noah hosted for 7 years the Emmy Award winning talk show. And also, I think 4 to 5 years hosting the Grammys, which actually brought about 16 million views. The watch rate jumped from 34% from what it historically is. 34%. He's a #1 New York Times best-selling author. Day Zero Production, his own production company that has deals with Amazon, Spotify. For years, I have been working on this school of thought, the brandocracy, which basically means the shift from institutional brand power to personal brand power, where humans are becoming a single or basically the source of truth when it comes to brand visibility, when it comes to positioning. This basically means where individuals are becoming the new economic unit of trust for organizations. Now you have CEOs who are now content creators. Actually, I did see one time on LinkedIn where there was a vacancy for a content creator, basically for somebody who could follow the CEO around, take videos and create content and all that. And the salary was 6 figures, 120K. That's the power of brand identity. That's the power of brandocracy. And AfroNouveau, who's better at brandocracy than we are? So that is money we're leaving on the table if we're not taking advantage of it. So the play is not to pick one thing and pray the market notices. As an AfroNouveau, the goal is to build something so specific, something so owned, something so undeniably great that lanes and businesses and brands will compete to do business with you. And the beauty of the matter is we already have that inherent talent or skill inside of us. We just need to tap into our alt, right? Tap into that superhero power. We all have capes. We need to stop listening to people who might want to dampen our superhero powers. Don't listen to those people. Sometimes the people who tell you what you're not are not it themselves.